Hello, this is Mike Lodge. I am the business advisor, and I'm glad that you joined me. I tell you, every single day I look at this world outside, and I say, "Gosh, I'm so lucky to live in a forest almost, where there's green trees and green moss, and a beautiful day, and the sun shining through the trees. I love that." We yesterday have a new Speaker of the House of Representatives. That speaker position has been fought over for several days now. And it's been a clownish fight. We have had McCarthy trying to hold on, trying to sneak in back into the speaker position. However, he should never have been speaker. And I've said this before, I don't believe there should ever be a Speaker of the House that comes from New York or from California. Californians say that they're Republican, but they're really not Republican. They are really California liberals. And the problem is they're always wanting to work deals with the other side because they feel as though they are part of them. And I do not know why I have my earpieces in. But here we have an issue now. We have a new Speaker of the House. And there are a lot of things that need to be done to help this nation. Right now, we sit in our national debt. We sit, and it's changing every moment, 33 trillion, 682, 599, 800, well, it just changed again. Oh, see, we just went to 599, 590, 598. So, well, I can't keep up with it because debt is changing every moment of the day. 33 trillion, 682, 599, 221 billion. 33 trillion. We're almost at 34 trillion. We are out of control. Do you know what that equals out to per American? That equals out to that we are responsible for $100,658,000. $100,658. How many of you make that a year? Not many. So we have debt on our shoulders as Americans. The government is overspending. And every time they overspend, they borrow more money, which creates more interest on the debt. Last time I read, we were at 800 some odd billion dollars of interest on the debt, the highest it has ever been in the history of this nation. You see, when you overspend, you create debt. When you get us involved in wars that are not our wars, we create debt. Spending and debt. When you create wars that we should never have been involved in, we create debt. So it's time that the Ukraine war wind itself down because nothing is moving. Nothing is happening. We have bad leadership that continue to support these countries that are not even friends of the United States. I'm not saying Ukraine isn't, but we've got countries we are pumping money into that are not friends of the United States. They don't like us, but we keep giving them money, hoping that they'll stick with us. We have grants and loans and a whole bunch of other stuff that are out there that we should not be working on. We have grants that measure the sex life of a spider, or we have all of these stupid things. Why are we spending money on this? So I think if the speaker's going to do anything, there needs to be a spending freeze. No more spending. No more new things to spend money on. Wind down a lot of these things that are unimportant and don't fund them any longer. Now, the problem with that is members of Congress have, I just noticed I have a sun in my eyes, so I will move my camera over. Well, that didn't even work. Shoot. I'll just lean over. That's what happens when you record from home. But we have a lot of different programs out there that need to be cut immediately. We have a workforce, a head count of employees that need to be cut. We need to enhance our military because we've got problems coming up. We have wasted away our military, so it needs to be fixed. We have so many problems in this nation of homelessness, of drug addiction, of open borders that bring in more drugs. We have more deaths this year than on fentanyl and all these other drugs that is harming the American community, harming American families. So we need to make a difference by telling our members of Congress, you've got to cut these expenses because we have other things that need prioritized that are vital for the American family. We need more small business incentives, programs. The small businessman has not been helped during the pandemic nor during inflation. Many businesses have gone into bankruptcy. And we have more bankruptcies happening every single day in this great country. Small business has been hurt. As long as you keep spending billions and billions of dollars, President Biden has asked for $106 billion to fight these wars in Ukraine and in Israel. Yes, we believe in helping our friends, but we are not banks for war. America is not an open door bank that we issue checks every other day to fight a war that we are not involved in. So we have to be a strategic nation in how we use our cash flow. And that's one of the problems, is that the amount of taxation that is being brought into the United States government, Treasury, is not enough to meet our obligations that the Congress and the White House has tied the American hands to. Remember, when they spend money, it's not just about the government, it's about you and it's about me and how that money is being spent. Because as you know, when we get up to over $100,000 per individual in the United States, that is our responsibility for that debt. It's the wrong direction to go. So listen, Mr. Johnson, Speaker Johnson, sit down and start negotiating and start digging in to the financial issues of the United States government. Look at everything that needs to end, everything that needs to go, every country that is not our friend. Everything that we are spending money on, lavish trips, corporate jets, whatever it may be, you've got to be streamlining how the government is run. And the Congress has the power of the purse string. Now, act responsibly. Act like good stewards of our nation. That's all the American people are asking. Act as good stewards. Just like we as Americans protect our families, protect our personal finances to the best of our ability. That's all that we're asking of you. Now, roll up your sleeves, Bring in some accountants, not just members of Congress. Bring in some members, advisors out there that know how to read financial statements and know where waste is, and get it done. If you leave it up just to the members of Congress, you won't get anything accomplished. Hardly anything will be done. This is Mike Lodge. By the way, Mr. Speaker, congratulations on winning. But I'm watching you, and I expect something from this Congress that we've never seen before. Financial responsibility. Because we're holding you accountable. This is Mike Lodge. I'll talk with you soon. Bye-bye.